Hello, and welcome to History Inquirer. That's where we explore or inquire into the past to understand the present. How we got from point A to point B to where we are today. First, a little information about myself. My name is Jonathan Maynard. I have a bachelor's degree in history from Mount St. Mary's University. I'm also an Eagle Scout. I love and have a passion for history, and I want to share that passion with all of you. To begin with, I'll start by asking the question, why? Why should we study history? Why should we care? Why should we study or make an inquiry into the period being discussed? What is history? And also, what is an inquiry? I call myself the History Inquirer, on my channel at least, History Inquirer, but what is an inquirer? Or what does it mean to make an inquiry? Now, the thing is, we all have much to learn from the past because often history repeats itself. You may have heard the phrase, those who do not learn from history are doomed to repeat it. That is true, at least to an extent. Like I said, there are patterns that repeat. This is in part because we are human and we all make mistakes and fail to learn from them and the mistakes of others. The other part of it is that because life happens. It's a part of life. There are natural disasters, plagues, famines, droughts, etc. that are difficult, if impossible, to prepare for. And when we learn from history, we're not just learning about facts, dates, people, events, and places, but I mentioned natural disasters. We learn how people prepared for or handled them in the past. What worked for them, and then try to do better next time. Hey, we learn from the successes and failures of the past, what worked and what did not work. A great example of this is ancient Rome and how the Roman Republic became an empire and how the empire fell in the end. Then you have the Black Death, bubonic plague, during the 1300s AD, followed by the Spanish flu of 1918 and the COVID-19 pandemic of 2020. In all three cases, people were a mess. Now, of course, the effectiveness of said masks is debatable, but nevertheless, in all three cases, people were a mess. So, now from this, we can learn from their mistakes, the mistakes of other empires, nations, to prevent the same thing from happening here, as well as from their successes. That is what the founding fathers of the United States did when forming the new nation. Now, to quote Aristotle's Ethics, let us attempt to contemplate what sorts of things preserve and destroy cities. What sorts of things do so for each of the regimes, and through what causes some regimes are governed nobly and others in a contrary way. This is what history is. And it's an inquiry into the past for information about people and places and events that are relevant or interesting to us today. Aristotle also says in his Metaphysics that all men by nature desire to know. Know? About what? Well, in this case, history. In the Bible, in the book of Proverbs, it says, "Blessed is the one who finds wisdom, and the one who gets understanding. For the gain from her is better than gain from silver, and her profit better than gold." That's Proverbs 3:13-14. And also, an intelligent heart acquires knowledge, and the ear of the wise seeks knowledge. Proverbs 18:15. Therefore, let us be seekers of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding in all things, including history. However, history is more than that. It is also a story. It is a story of who we are and how we got here. Whether that story is the American story, the British story, or the Roman story, etc. But more importantly, history is my story. It is your story. It is our story. It touches all of us whether we know it or not. As the saying goes, yesterday is history. I call my channel the History Inquirer. But what is an inquiry? An inquiry is defined as an investigation, as seeking information about something or history in this case. Historians can be seen as investigators, detectives, explorers, seekers of knowledge and truth, etc. Going back to those quotations that I read earlier. Okay, this is what my YouTube channel is all about. Inquiring about past events, people, and places in their proper context to inform our present and make it relevant to us today. Now, I'll start off with American history, but I'm open to other periods like the Vikings, Anglo-Saxons, ancient Rome, Japan, samurai, also pirates. And yes, there will be videos on pirates, so please stay tuned, you land lovers. Please remember to hit the like and subscribe button. It really helps me out, helps grow the channel. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions for new videos, please let me know in the comments section down below. It really helps me out. Also, if you have any tips, tricks, suggestions, advice, that's also greatly appreciated. Constructive feedback, how I'm doing, how's my speech, can you understand me okay, how's the lighting, video quality, etc. If you provide me feedback on that, that'd be much appreciated. I also ask to be civil, understanding, and supportive. And actually, as I said in my previous video, I'll be posting a new video every Wednesday, or at least I try to. Though if I run into technical difficulties, that might not happen, and then I'll let you know about it. Anyways. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you next time on History Inquirer. Thank you.